एक ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंट तुम्हारी और तुम देखो डेविड के वाकई में क्या माइक ऑन ऑन कर लेगा। अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, लेडीज एंड जेंट्स,
बड़े लोग हैं यार।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपके यहाँ आने का और ICC के खिलाफ के ऊपर we thank the Pakistan Cricket Board for hosting this event for us. It has been a pleasure to meet you. On the head table we have got ICC Chief Executive David Richardson, Pakistan Captain Mr. Babul Haq, and Pakistan Operating Officer Mr. Subhan. हम ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंट्स होंगे, then please raise your hands. We will open the floor for questions. Please raise your hands. इंतजार कीजिएगा and we come through. अगर डेविड से आप सवाल उर्दू में करना चाहें, प्लीज फील फ्री टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस इन उर्दू और मैं ट्रांसलेट कर दूंगा, ही रिस्पॉन्ड इन इंग्लिश। वी स्टार्ट विद सुभान, प्लीज स्टेटमेंट प्लीज। थैंक यू।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of Pakistan Cricket Board, I wish to welcome Mr. David Richardson, ICC's Chief Executive to Pakistan. He has just presented a test match to Ms. Babul Haq. It's a historic moment for us, something that we wish to cherish for a very long time. David has been to Pakistan before in his capacity as a player and also as an administrator. I remember last time he was here in Karachi during the day-night game, first class game that we organized at Karachi, and he carried very fond memories of his intense interaction with legendary Javed Miandad at that time. As I just mentioned, it's a proud moment for us. It's a proud moment for Pakistan cricket to have this guest mix. We wish that we are able to keep this for a very long time in Pakistan. On that, I would now request David to say a few words.
Thank you, Subhan. Ladies and gentlemen, very nice to be in Pakistan again. As Subhan has mentioned, I think this is my 5th or 6th time to Pakistan, going back to the 90s. So some of you probably weren't even born at that stage. But I've always enjoyed coming to Pakistan, and the main reason for that is simply the passion for cricket that you have in this part of the world. And I was just saying earlier that, back in the 70s and 80s when I was just starting with cricket in South Africa was isolated from international cricket and had to, in an environment where we had no home international cricket or away international cricket was able to survive. And I think it somehow brings the cricket community together, actually. And it's been remarkable to watch Pakistan over the last few years managing to make sure that cricket stays as popular as it has done. Subhan mentioned that I have been to Pakistan. One of the previous occasions was to award the Hall of Fame cap to former Pakistan captain Hanif Mohammed, and I just maybe like to just make a mention of his sad passing recently. He was certainly a legend, known not only to Pakistanis but to cricketers around the world. Today I'm here obviously to celebrate the fact that Pakistan has reached the #1 ranking in Test cricket, and to hand over the mace to Ms. Babul Haq. I think this is a remarkable achievement given that the last 24 series have all been played away from Pakistan's borders, either in the UAE or overseas away from home. I think that any player, if he can put on his CV that he was part of a team that was #1 ranked in Test cricket, that to me would be a pinnacle achievement for any player. Certainly ranking up amongst being part of a World Cup winning team or a World T20 winning team. So congratulations to the Pakistan team, to Misbah as captain, and to the Pakistan Cricket Board for the achievement of making it to #1. Tremendous performance. I'd just like to mention a few words about the importance of having good leadership. So many teams have got lots of talent in their side, but they never reach the top. simply because of a lack of leadership. And I think that Misbah's captaincy over the last few years has been one of the main reasons for Pakistan's rise to the top of the rankings. And long may it continue. He certainly hasn't gone the same way that I went at the age of late 30s. He's looking young and sprightly, so we're hoping that he'll continue playing for a number of years to come. The other point to make is that behind the team, there needs to be a good and solid administration. And I know that from time to time, whenever Pakistan team loses, then the Pakistan Cricket Board and Subhan and all his colleagues come under a lot of criticism, and everyone is full of advice in Pakistan. But you know, it's not easy to have a good team, and consistency is important. And what we appreciate from the Pakistan Cricket Board is their willingness to engage in international cricket matches. You know, going back now, Pakistan Cricket Board was the first to help us innovate and trial pink ball cricket and day-night first-class cricket. More recently, they agreed willingly to be part of this no-ball trial for the DRS. You know, this is what ICC is looking for from its members, to engage in international affairs, not only be concerned with their own domestic issues and what's good for them, but to engage in international cricket issues and try and do the best for world cricket as opposed to what's simply best for Pakistan. So thank you to the PCB for that. But today is all about the team. It's all about Misbah. One of the things that makes Pakistan team so watchable is the fact that, you know, they've got a man for all occasions. They've got batsmen who can dig in a tight situation. They've got a lot of talent batting-wise, a lot of youngsters, some experience. On the bowling side, you can't prepare a seaming wicket because they've got the seamers to exploit conditions there, left arm and right arm. And of course, you've got a world-class leg spinner. So you've got all the ingredients for a top team. And we're looking forward to Pakistan, if not staying at number one, then certainly challenging for number one for a good many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. First of all, I would like to thank David for coming here and giving us this honor, which we were waiting for a long, long time. Nothing better than that, to become the number one team in Test ranking. One of the best days in my life. That's what you really dream, to be the number one in the world. So that's the happiest day, you might say, in my cricketing career. I would like to congratulate everyone who's been part of this victory, who's been part of this achievement, and who's been part of this journey. Every player that participated, that performed, every individual, every coach, every selector, and all officials from the Pakistan Cricket Board who worked hard for this number one position. So, and you guys also, the Discovering Pakistan team. That's a proud moment for all of us, and I hope that we can just work together to be at the top for a longer period. I'm really happy that we've been playing outside Pakistan, not in our home conditions, since 2009, but still we are not only strong enough, but we are right at the top, especially in the top format of this game. There are a lot of individuals who really perform well, but at the end I always believe it's a teamwork that gives you a number one slot, that gives you these sort of achievements, and that is the most important thing for Pakistan, that we just keep working like a team to achieve more laurels and victories for Pakistan. Mr. You just said a lot about my captaincy and leadership, and I think a captain or a leader could not do anything without the resources, without the players, without the performances. And if I look back, the whole team I got, the bunch of players who really performed well, batsmen, bowlers, they really contributed well in getting this #1 slot. So, the families of the players who really sacrificed a lot of things when we are playing almost all the series abroad, and we have to live without our families. We have to play almost, you could say, 6-7 months out of our country. That's difficult. So credit should be given to them. Finally, I think it's always good to be on the winning side, and especially sitting at the #1 slot is something special. And we'll all remember this for a long, long time. But I want to say that to keep that #1 slot, that's a challenge for us. And that's what we are looking forward in future. We want to be #1 for a longer period of time. Still, a couple of really tough tours ahead. West Indies is unpredictable like Pakistan. They could just really be so strong on a given day. So we really could not say that they are easy side. They are tough, and in these sort of conditions, they are used to playing in West Indies also slow pitches, turning pitches. So we should be really aware of that. And then 2 tough tours. New Zealand as a strong side, especially at home, and then Australia. So these are the big challenges, and we are looking forward to that. I hope we can be competitive there and prove ourselves at those venues where normally the teams from Asia struggles, and that's a big challenge for us, and we have to really prove ourselves there also. Thank you very much, and congratulations once again to everyone.
एक सेकंड before we start the Q&A session, आप लोग सब प्लीज अपने फोन साइलेंट पे कर दें और कर पीछे डिस्टर्बेंस हो रही है प्लीज.
Mr. Director, no doubt, ICC really doing a great job for promotion of international cricket. But at the other hand, we feel as a Pakistani that ICC is supposed to restore international cricket in Pakistan, even in Pakistan, cricket team #1 as team. It is true or not?
I think the fact is that ICC is keen for everybody to be playing international cricket, including Pakistan. The more teams we can have, the better. However, circumstances in the world really have got quite difficult from a security point of view. Pakistan has been probably hardest hit than any other country. The ICC members have always tried to support Pakistan by making sure that they are willing to play Pakistan in Dubai and elsewhere to keep cricket going, at least internationally, even though not in Pakistan itself. So it's actually quite easy for you to convince me that international cricket should return to Pakistan. But unfortunately, it's not me or the ICC board that needs to be convinced. It's the security world, it's the security experts, it's the security consultants who are advising the players, who are advising the teams, the umpires. And that's really out of our control. And I know that the Pakistan government teams are willing to come to Pakistan to play international cricket. But certainly we would welcome it to happen.
Since Pakistan is playing away from home in UAE for quite a long time, even recently Sharia Khan made a commitment and a request to ICC that for compensation of financial losses they have. How seriously you have taken that thing?
We always take any application along those lines very seriously. So the Pakistan Cricket Board have put a proposal to the ICC. It came late in the day at our meetings in Edinburgh, so it will be considered in detail at the Finance Committee meeting in October and then by the board. The only point I would like to make is that the ICC members are actually reviewing the whole financial model of international cricket at the moment, and certainly the PCB's request will be considered in light of that whole discussion.
Dave, you are praising a lot Pakistan cricket board efforts, team efforts, everything for being a number one team. But do you think there is ICC do something like some matches, any special match, or a range match, or benefit match in the Pakistan, or with the collaboration of all the cricket boards to rate this thing?
Yeah, there has been talk in the past of arranging such matches to help promote cricket in Pakistan itself. And inevitably, or what seems to have happened on a number of occasions, when we get close to actually achieving something like that, then a big incident happens in Pakistan and that derails things for a while. So it's not going to be easy, it is going to be challenging. After all, the difficulty of course we have is everybody owes a duty of care to its players and the match officials. And it would be very silly to take a decision which put players in jeopardy. If something terrible were to happen and you were going against the advice of the security consultants, then you would really be in trouble. So as I said, we need to be convincing and doing our best to improve the security situation and then convincing the security consultants around the world.
My question is actually towards Mr. Firstly, congratulations on receiving the praise. What do you think has been, there have been many hurdles in this journey for Pakistan. What do you think has been the biggest hurdle to reach this milestone?
If you look at Pakistan in playing outside the country, that's the biggest hurdle. Because you're not playing at home. And sometimes it's really difficult for your players to just stand up to those sort of situations and compete with the top teams in the world. Because when you are playing at home, those are the venues, those are the conditions which gives your players more confidence and help to develop those players. And we don't have that. We are playing outside, and you already mentioned that UAE conditions are a bit familiar to Pakistan, but it's not exactly like Pakistan. So that was the biggest challenge, and after 2010, whatever was the situation, it was tough. And from that onwards, till now, we have been losing our players due to different reasons. Our main players, main bowlers, our strike bowlers. That was really difficult for me as a captain and for the selectors also, because keep producing players who could just come and perform at international level in that difficult format. Test cricket is always the ultimate test, so that was a bit difficult for me and also for the team management. But the players really stood up to the task and performed really well. Saeed Ajmal, he wasn't there for Pakistan, so Yasir Shah just stood up. Abdul Rahman, he just loses form, and then Zulfikar Babar just came at the scene. So there are always players who replace the top performers very well. That was a big challenge for me, and then performing in the conditions which we are not normally familiar with. Winning a series in New Zealand when this team was quite young, you could say. That was only the second series. That was something special. And now the last series in England, that was really a test of this team, which we really passed. I would say everybody performed out of their skins, and that was a wonderful series. So these were the challenges which we just gone through and proved the world. And now we're sitting at number one.
David, you just said that ICC welcomed the teams who are willing to play with Pakistan. But last year when Zimbabwe team, they were to arrive here and they played some matches, but ICC didn't, they refused to send their officials. So it's very different. But
no, there's a big difference between welcoming cricket. I mean, we obviously want cricket to be played in Pakistan in safe conditions. But as I said, we've got a duty of care to the teams have got a duty of care to their players, and the ICC has got the duty of care to their match officials. And what is required is that we assess the risk, we get security advisors to assess the risk, and then to give us advice as to whether it's safe. And sometimes the risk is just too great and we can't mitigate it against it adequately, and we have to make a decision not to send the match officials. It's not that we don't want to send them, we would love to send them, we support cricket, but as I said, we've got a duty of care to uphold.
But even, I remember years back when IT sent their team, the security team to evaluate the situation in Pakistan. Now, after so many years, what is the actual position? Is it the ICC to evaluate the situation in Pakistan or the country is?
When it comes to ICC events, then it would be ICC's responsibility. But at the moment, the policy is for when it's bilateral cricket, that the participating members need to agree on whether to tour or not. So in the case of a bilateral tour, for example, Zimbabwe, it would be Zimbabwe who have to come and satisfy themselves that for their team, they are happy to send it.
इस बार आप इन लम्हात को अपने हैप्पीएस्ट मोमेंट में कर रहे थे। वनडे में उसके कंट्री में हम देखते हैं कि परफॉर्मेंस उस तरह की नहीं है जैसे कि टेस्ट में, तो आप उसका है कि आपने उस नोट पे नहीं छोड़ा वनडे क्रिकेट को जिस नोट पे अभी आप हैं कर सकती हैं।
जी, रिग्रेट्स हमेशा होते हैं। 2015 का वर्ल्ड कप, 2011 का वर्ल्ड कप, कोई भी प्लेयर जब इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट खेलता है तो आपकी ये ख्वाहिश होती है कि आप किसी वर्ल्ड कप विनिंग कैंपेन का हिस्सा हो, चाहे एज ए प्लेयर हो या एज ए कैप्टन हो, एज ए टीम हो। इस चीज़ का रिग्रेट रहेगा हमेशा। और जहाँ तक वनडे क्रिकेट की बात है तो आई थिंक हमें काफ़ी मेहनत करनी है एज ए टीम, एज पाकिस्तानी क्रिकेटर, क्योंकि जो डिमांड्स हैं वनडे क्रिकेट की और T20 क्रिकेट की वो बहुत ज़्यादा हाई हो चुकी हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज हो चुकी है क्रिकेट। और राइट फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट हमें सिर्फ पाकिस्तान टीम में या इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जाके उन स्किल्स को नहीं सीखना, बल्कि हमें शुरू से ही ग्रास रूट लेवल से अब अपनी क्रिकेट को चेंज करना है, तभी हम इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में कम्पीट कर पाएंगे। ओवरनाइट मैचेस और कपल ऑफ मंथ्स, जब तक के नीचे से उसकी बेस उस क्रिकेट के मुताबिक स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं होगी, तो आई थिंक हमें क्लब क्रिकेट, स्कूल क्रिकेट या इवन जो हमारा फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट है वहीं से जो नेशनल क्रिकेट की रिक्वायरमेंट्स है एज अ बैट्समैन, एज अ फील्डर, एज अ बॉलर, उनके लिए तैयारी करना होगी, तभी हम कम्पीट कर रहे हैं।
David has to leave for the airport, so we'll take last 3 questions. Here and down back.
आपसे सवाल, 6 साल हो गए आपको कप्तान बने हुए और आज भगवान इंडिया में कोई ऐसा लम्हा, आपने तकरीबन पूरा इंडिया की दुनिया की तमाम टीमों के खिलाफ खेले, कामयाबी भी हासिल की, कोई ऐसा लम्हा जब आपको लगा हो कि शायद अब आपको वो जो टारगेट हासिल न कर पाए, या ऐसी कोई मोमेंट जो उस पर आप यादगार हो?
ऐसा कोई लम्हा होता तो मेरे ख्याल में आज मैं क्रिकेट छोड़ के घर बैठा होता। कुछ भी अचीव करने के लिए मेरे ख्याल में आपको मुश्किल टाइम ज़रूर आते हैं, लेकिन उन मुश्किल टाइम के आगे आपने फोर्स ही करना होता है अच्छे टाइम को। ये कभी भी नहीं हो सकता कि आप एक सफ़र पे निकलें और सारी चीज़ें सही हों और हमें हमेशा जीतते जाएं और अच्छा परफॉर्म करते जाएं। क्रिकेट में स्पेशली बहुत कम दिन ऐसे होते हैं कि जहां आप अपने आप से एज अ प्लेयर, एज अ कप्तान या एज एन इंडिविजुअल सेटिस्फाइड होते हैं। हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ कमी आपको नज़र आती रहती है जब भी आप वापस आते हैं मैच के बाद या सीरीज़ के बाद। देयर आर एरियाज़ के जिनमें आपको लगता है कि मैं बेहतर कर सकता था या हमारी टीम बेहतर कर सकती थी, जो हमने नहीं किया। तो ये चीज़ें हमेशा रही हैं और मेरे ख्याल में यही पॉइंट्स थे जिनकी वजह से इस टीम ने इम्प्रूव भी किया और हर रोज़ बेहतर से बेहतर करने का जज्बा रहा सब। आज हम इस पोजीशन पे आए और आगे इस पे भी सेटिस्फाइड नहीं होना, इसको मेंटेन करना, वो मेरे ख्याल में हमारा टारगेट होना चाहिए।
Last two questions.
जिसमें आपने ऑलमोस्ट तमाम टीमों को हराया, लेकिन इस पूरे सफर में इंडिया के साथ कोई मैच नहीं हुआ। इसको आप थोड़ा कमी फील करते हैं या आपकी कोई डिजाइन है इस हवाले से? दूसरा, 24 आपने सीरीज खेली, सबसे बड़ी जीत किसको मानते हैं?
बड़ा मुश्किल सवाल है, क्योंकि जीत आपके लिए कोई भी जीत हो वो इम्पोर्टेंट होती है। इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट वाइट वॉश, फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अगेंस्ट वाइट वॉश, इतने अरसे के बाद सीरीज जीतना इम्पोर्टेंट विक्ट्रीज थी हमारी। बट जो रीसेंट सीरीज हम इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट खेले और जिस तरीके से हम खेले और जिस सिचुएशन में खेले, मेरे ख्याल में पूरी टीम के लिए यादगार सीरीज होगी। और ये इस परफॉर्मेंस को मेरा नंबर 1 रैंक करेंगे सारे, चाहे ये 2-2 वो है सीरीज ड्रॉ हुई है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से टीम खेली वो रिमार्केबल था और उसको हमेशा हम याद रखें।
इंडिया
बिल्कुल ही इंडिया लास्ट ईयर हमने खेला था इंडिया के साथ और मेरे ख्याल में मेरा प्लान भी था कि वो सीरीज़ खेल के मैं रिटायर हो जाऊँगा। ख्वाहिश है कि ज़रूर खेलें उनके साथ एक टेस्ट सीरीज़ एटलीस्ट जाने से पहले, रिटायर होने से पहले। लेट्स सी, क्योंकि सिर्फ ये वजह नहीं कि इंडिया में स्पेशल कुछ वो होता है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से दोनों मुल्कों के जो सपोर्टर्स हैं वो इन्वॉल्व होते हैं और जिस तरीके से इस क्रिकेट की अहमियत है, उसको देखते हुए ख्वाहिश हर पाकिस्तानी और इंडियन क्रिकेटर की ज़रूर होगी कि पाकिस्तान और इंडिया टेस्ट सीरीज़ खेलें।
My question is from Misbah. Pakistan's cricket exile has come a lot into this press conference. So are you hopeful that in the near future you will be leading Pakistan in a test match in Pakistan? And same is my question from Mr. David Richardson, that do you have any time frame in your mind that when the cricket can come back into the country?
I think we can hope for the best and do the rest. And Ved, who has been working on these lines as a player, it would be nothing better than that we just start playing test cricket or any sort of cricket at home. So that's a wish, and rest, I think only the authorities can do that. ICC and Pakistan Cricket Board.
Yeah, to some extent, it is beyond the control of the PCB or the ICC. It is a global phenomenon at the moment. Security is challenging in a number of countries. Pakistan is no exception. And we just hope that the Pakistan security authorities can continue their good work in trying to make Pakistan a safer place. And whilst they might be able to sort out the world's problems, at least do good work in convincing the security world that the Pakistan security forces are able to mitigate the risk that does exist in Pakistan.
We take one last question.
उसी की बात है कि आपने जीते, लेकिन आपने भी रिटायर किया। पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट बोर्ड में कोई सिस्टम ऐसा नहीं है कि अच्छे खिलाड़ी को, बेहतरीन खिलाड़ी को ऑनर के साथ रुखसत किया जाए। तो क्या आप समझते हैं कि इस ज़िम्मन में बातें रात गई, बात की पुरानी हो गई? जैसे शाहिद का मसला चल रहा है, सईद का, हफीज़ ने भी रिटायर होना है, उसके बाद आपने भी होना है। क्या आप कोई बातचीत चल रही है आपकी तो कोई सिस्टम ऐसा बन जाए कि ऑनरेबल तरीके से हम जैसे मुल्क होता है खिलाड़ी को रुखसत किया जाए?
बिल्कुल मेरे ख्याल में होना चाहिए, लेकिन बात वही है कि ये दोनों एंड्स पे जिम्मेदारी है कि हम लोग अपनी जो भी प्लान्स हैं उनको सही तरीके से कन्वे करें, कम्युनिकेशन अच्छे तरीके से करें। सिर्फ क्रिकेट बोर्ड की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, आई थिंक ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ क्रिकेटर्स भी ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जो मैनेजमेंट है या आपका बोर्ड है उनको पता होना चाहिए एग्जैक्टली कि आप अपने फ्यूचर या अपनी मुस्तकबिल की जो क्रिकेट है उसके बारे में क्या सोच रहे हैं। अगर उनको मेरे ख्याल में उनके साथ आपकी कम्युनिकेशन अच्छी होगी तो दोनों पार्टीज इन अ बेटर वे को डिसीजन कर सकते हैं। मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ज़रूर होगी पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट बोर्ड से कि इस हवाले से कुछ ऐसे डिसीजंस हों, ऐसी पॉलिसी हो और कम्युनिकेशन ऐसी हो प्लेयर्स के साथ कि दोनों तरफ से मेरे ख्याल में दोनों जो पार्टीज हैं उनकी इसमें इज्जत भी हो, रिस्पेक्ट भी, ऑनर भी हो दोनों के लिए, और लोगों के लिए एक अच्छा मैसेज हो और दुनिया के लिए एक अच्छा मैसेज हो कि हम अपने प्लेयर्स को अच्छे अंदाज में रुखसत करते हैं और इनको इज्जत देते हैं।
लेडी एंड जेंटलमैन, थैंक यू वेरी मच, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।